Today we award the Juris Doctor degree to 270 talented men and women who have completed 3 years of full-time study. During the period, this group has experienced a number of unusual records. A record downturn as well as upturn in the economy. As you've heard, a record 75-inch Philadelphia snowfall, permitting us to see for the very first time students skiing down Sansom Street. And even a record in volcanic activity in Europe, which appears to be continuing and has produced some of the most unusual excuses for not making it to class on time. In any event, this class should be deeply secure in its ability to face any and all challenges. It's now my pleasure to introduce the class speaker for the JD class of 2010, its president, David Williams.
Thank you, Dean Fitz. Thank you, Dean Clinton, Mr. Tubin, faculty, staff, family, and friends. I'm honored to greet you all today on behalf of the graduating JD class of 2010. I would first like to give thanks to the class officers, Claire Spiller, Jasper Kakananta, and Rajay Sade for all of their hard work and effort. And I would also like to acknowledge our classmate Sam Eads, who would be here with us today but for his deployment to Afghanistan. Sam, we all wish you a safe and speedy return. Graduation represents a bittersweet time for me. 2 years ago this time, my father passed away. Just 2 days before my mother and father toured the law school, my father looked at the gleaming Silverman steps, the impressive Levy chandeliers, and he said, "Son, you've arrived." The son of a Valdosta, Georgia, day laborer and a domestic, the reality of what Penn represents almost overwhelmed him on that day. And I see the pride he felt that day reflected on many of the faces of family and friends here. Class of 2010, this is our moment. Later, we'll dine with relatives and friends. Tonight, we'll sweat out all of the professionalism on the dance floor at Silk City. Tomorrow, we'll busy ourselves with thoughts of bar review and other concerns. But for now, let us appreciate that we are here. Whether we are fourth-generation lawyers or the first in our families to even attend college, we are here. Whether we came directly from undergrad or took a more circuitous route, we are here. Whether we transferred in or parlayed our LLM into a JD, we are all united on this day, surrounded by close friends and loved ones. We need not be told that the world continues to shift and change around us. We know that 2010 represents the end of a decade bookended by 2 economic recessions, punctuated by one of the worst terrorist attacks on domestic soil, and devastated by some of the worst natural disasters in recent memory. We have seen civil liberties curtailed and human rights violated in the name of freedom and security. And all of these trends are compounded by a coarsening of the national dialogue. We enter the legal profession in uncertain times. At his second inaugural address, with the nation gripped by civil war, President Abraham Lincoln remarked, "Fondly do we hope, fervently do we pray. We hope for change and we long for better days. We pray for the strength to deal with life's adversities, to greet the next day with both courage and dignity. Yet more than hope and pray, we act." In 2008, members of this class mobilized in an extraordinary manner, knocking on doors, manning phone banks, donating both time and money, all in an effort to elect the first woman, the first septuagenarian, and ultimately the first African American to the presidency. But even before the historical 2008 election, we acted. We have engaged since we stepped through those heavy Great Hall doors. During 1L year, our very own Sharifa Anderson, Shiro Rosa, Delisai Nispiros, and Joanna Visser launched the Urban Law Forum. dedicated to improving quality of life for low-income individuals and families in Philadelphia. Through events such as the Philadelphia Reality Tour, they increased our awareness of and our exposure to the many challenges faced by those around us. And through the newly created Penn Law Supreme Court Clinic, 8 members of our class secured the Sixth Amendment right of non-citizen criminal defendants to effective assistance of counsel. As a class, we have engaged with the greater community, providing legal support to our most vulnerable citizens. We have provided legal aid to prison inmates, assisted low-income clients with child custody and child support, helped women fight encroachments upon their reproductive rights, and enabled asylum seekers to escape persecution and pursue the American dream. And even when the violent and random realities of life crashed in on our academic world, we showed the true meaning of collegiality, of community, by rallying around one of our security guards in her greatest time of need. In the 3 short years we have been here at Penn, we have seen change and we have had reason to hope. But we must continue to act. We all know that inequality still abounds in the areas of civil rights for gays, equal earning power for women, and, as the recent events in Arizona have shown, other areas of social and economic justice. For you future politicians, partners, professors, board members, and community activists, these and other challenges remain. While not intractable, these problems will require a delicate balancing of the legal knowledge we have acquired at Penn and the values we have learned from our parents and mentors. Indeed, we should heed Penn's motto, lege sine moribus vanae. Laws without morals are useless. It will not be easy. We will encounter setbacks, we will get our noses bloodied and our hands dirtied from time to time. But we must never give up. Inactivity is death. And though some might try to tell us that law school is where dreams come to die, we must not become complacent or cynical. We must remain engaged to create the changes that we wish to see. Law school has taught me many things, most of which I have forgotten. One lesson not lost upon me is that we do not struggle alone. Were it not for my 1L study group and my close friends at Penn, I literally would not be standing before you here today. We have all shared moments where a few kind words or a sympathetic ear kept us going. And long after we graduate, the friendships forged at Penn will both comfort us and propel us forward as we seek new heights. With all that is going on around us, it is easy to lose sight of what matters, of all we have to be thankful for. Martin Luther King remarked, "Only when it is dark enough can you see the stars." Things may seem dark and uncertain right now, but my friends, I see a lot of stars in this room. In class of 2010, I know a bright future lies ahead. Thank you.